Welcome into another edition of Mavs Latest. I'm Josyah Howard, and we have another Summer League game for Cooper Flagg in the books. The Mavericks do not get the victory in this one, though. The Spurs get the victory 76 to 69 over the Mavericks in game two for the Mavericks in this Las Vegas Summer League for them thus far. And Cooper Flagg looked like he was getting more comfortable. He finished the game with 31 points, 10 of 21 from the field, so much more efficient from the 5 of 21 from last game, obviously making 5 more shots, 3 of 9 from 3, 8 of 13 from the line, so obviously creating a lot of contact and a lot of aggression going to the rack if you're able to go to the line for 13 free throw attempts. Um, 4 rebounds. Definitely would like to see that number jump up a little bit. Obviously, being a 6'10 versatile guy, I think he could definitely be aggressive in terms of crashing the glass. Um, but all in all, in terms of a game two, as impressive as a game two gets for somebody that honestly is learning a new role on the fly, this is not something that was asked upon him early in terms of his coaching, in terms of his leadership, whatever team he was on, the amount of aggression, right? Because he always played on teams, when he played in high school, he played with Liam McNeely, NBA draft pick, obviously, plays for Duke, stacked team at Duke. He wasn't really asked to be the aggressive scorer. I feel like a lot of his points when he did go off, when he did have a lot of points, a lot of that had to do with him just playing within the system that he was in and playing within the game. And sometimes the ball finds him and he ends up dropping 30 like he did today. Um, but honestly, I don't even think he needs to take 21 shots to get 31 points in the regular season, to be honest. I think he can get to a spot where he won't need to take as many shots. And obviously, it's summer league. He's trying stuff. They've even said themselves they're experimenting stuff here with Cooper Flagg in the summer league. And game two, it seems like a lot of what their vision was for Cooper Flagg is working. Um, I think he looked a lot more comfortable as a ball handler and initiating offense, and he only had one assist, but I think a lot of that had to do with one, Ryan Nembhard had 7 assists. But two, his team didn't really come for the ride today. You know, Lewis had two, Kelly had 11, Nembhard had 2 points on 1 of 10 shooting. So maybe the one assist goes up to maybe six if others are hitting shots around him. So I'm not going to kill him too much for that stuff. I know in terms of, you say, well, you want him to be his playmaker, he only had 1 assist. If you watch the game, and I watched a good amount of this game, you could see that Cooper Flagg had command on the offense. And and to be fair, I think he got cooked on defense a little bit, but I think a lot of that had to do with how much energy he was putting on offense because I don't think he's typically asked to put this much energy on offense. I think he's able to be a pretty versatile defender thus far in his basketball life because his offense has come within the flow of the offense, and even at Duke you felt like they didn't even run enough actual written sets for him. But you see that right now at Summer League and Cooper Flagg. They're hyper focused on getting him developed as an offensive guy. And I love what I saw today. Obviously, the other guys didn't look great, um, but they're probably going to be G League journeymen anyway, unfortunately. So, again, I'm rooting for Ryan Nembhard first. You guys know this at this point. I'm rooting for Ryan Nembhard. He had a rough game two, obviously had a good game one. We'll see what happens moving forward. At least a couple more summer league games to go here. The next one will be Monday, 6:30 p. NBA TV. And honestly, I like this matchup for them. They're playing against Charlotte. Con Knipple, Cooper Flagg's old teammate. Uh, and Liam McNeely. So that one's going to be a fun one. I think they could bounce back in that one. I think this game 3 is the one where I think everyone keeps looking back to that Victor Wembanyama 44-point outing and when he was in summer league, and I think that is the type of outing I'm expecting from him uh against the Charlotte Hornets. And again, he had 31 in this game against the Spurs. And shout out to Dylan Harper. He was dealing with a little injury, bounced back from it. But yeah, I was impressed with Cooper. I like game to game progression. I like seeing your mistakes in real time and working on them in real time and knowing it's not going to be an immediate jump in success, but even what Cooper did in this summer league game, 31 points, way more efficient. Efficiency is so big for me, and the 10 of 21, that's the type of stuff we need to see more of if Cooper Flagg is going to be scoring at this high of a level and playmaking at this high of a level moving forward for the Dallas Mavericks. But I need to get this next one in because we talked about it a little bit. Obviously, we're having a little bit of fun on Mavs Chatter the other day, and we're talking about Megan the Stallion. She took a photo. She looked like she was enjoying summer by the poolside, and in the corner of the picture is Klay Thompson, and everyone obviously speculated, but the speculation is now over as Klay Thompson posted on Instagram a bunch of photos, and a few of them included photos with the rapper Megan the Stallion. And one was a nice, like, intimate relationship looking photo where they're embracing each other on some stairs. And there was another one where they're holding hands together. Um, so, in response to the rumor mill, Klay Thompson has officially hard launched his relationship with the rapper Megan the Stallion. So, congratulations to them. Again, I always root for people to be happy, so I hope that's all works out for them. If they're having fun, that's their business. If they're trying to see where things go, that's also their business. But congrats to Klay, congrats to Megan, and yeah, I just wanted to share that one because when I saw the Klay Thompson Instagram post, I was a little bit shell shocked. At first I was like, oh, the it goes crazy sometimes. Maybe he was just in the area and she just let him stay in the background because she knew it would make go crazy on the internet. But nope. Apparently, Klay Thompson and Megan the Stallion are now dating. Uh, Interesting the relationships that pop up in our world. But again, good luck to them. Um, Now we've obviously talked a lot on Mavs latest about how Kyrie Irving has a stream, and he just recently did a 24-hour stream on his Twitch. It's at Kyrie Irving on Twitch. And he went from July 11th, 11 a.m. to July 12th, 11 a.m. And a lot of fun things happened, but there's one thing I just wanted to mention uh, that I thought was pretty funny, and it shows that no matter what happens in the league, sometimes that relationships are unbreakable. And Kyrie was streaming, and he gets a call. His phone starts buzzing, and he sees he's getting a call from Luka Doncic. And then he says, "What do you want?" Luka Doncic then says, "Streamer." And then Kyrie responds, "Yo, you want to show me? You want me to show you on the stream, or you don't?" And he asked the Lakers star, and he said, "I love you. Call me tomorrow. Yo, don't stay up watching. Don't stay up watching my stream too late, bro." And it was just all love. It's obviously hilarious. Doncic apparently wanted to donate to Irving, as Irving went on to say, "You're gonna have to donate. How much? 100 subs, 200 subs. All right, we're gonna see. I'm holding you to it. I appreciate you." And I just love how you know in such a awkward situation where Luka gets traded, and obviously a business trade in terms of teams. It's not going to affect player relationships, obviously, but it's just cool to see that they're still supporting each other like they're still teammates. That because I think it would be easy for Luka to be locked in on the offseason with the Lakers, Kyrie to be locked in on his life with the Mavericks and his rehab and his streaming. And it seems like they really kept a strong relationship. So again, really cool to see. And I just wanted to mention that part of his stream because I thought it was really cool. And one other part of his stream I wanted to just mention was he described how he actually got the ACL injury initially and kind of walked through the play while he was on a basketball court during this stream. And he said, "So I'm going through, I see Jonas Valanciunas. I see an angle right here, bro. I try to go through, I try to split them, and when I tried to split, I stepped on Jonas's foot, and then it took me elevated from the ground. So when I tried to plant, it was hyperextended, and then I threw up the ball, and that's when I was on the ground, and then I felt it." Um, yeah, it's always tough because he's such a herky jerky player. And when you're going through so much traffic and you're in that traffic, you're most likely the smaller player going to the lane. It's just tough on your body to take all those bumps year after year. And it was really just an unfortunate step, really. He stepped on Jonas's foot, kind of landed wrong off the recovery, and the rest is history. But it seems like Kyrie's in really good spirits. It seems like his rehab's going really well. Obviously, re-signs with the Mavericks for 3 more years. And, you know, Mark Cuban, and just still on the topic of Kyrie, but now that I'm talking about his rehab and his injury, I wanted to mention Mark Cuban joined SiriusXM NBA Radio, and they asked him just about his thoughts if he's Kyrie will play this coming season, and he said, "Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean he's gonna be careful, but it's Kyrie, man. He lives the ball. He's not gonna take time off if he doesn't have to." One, I completely agree. I think if he's healthy enough to play, he's gonna play. I don't think if it's like he's getting healthy around March and he doesn't want to mess up the chemistry. No, I don't think that's how it's going to work. I think if he's healthy enough, he will play. And Mark Cuban's usually spot on with this sort of thing. He's a pretty good player owner in terms of get knowing the vibe of the players. I think he has a good sense of how the players are and how they move and how they act. And if he says he thinks Kyrie's going to play this season if he's healthy enough to play, I believe him. And I also think Kyrie's going to play this season because I think he'll rehab hard enough and do the work to get ready to play this season. And I think it's really just as simple as that. But to wrap up Mavs' latest today, I did want to just give Cooper Flagg one more quick shout out as he joined Ronnie 2K of the NBA 2K franchise, and he found out his NBA 2K rating for NBA 2K26, and Cooper Flagg will be an 82 rating for his first appearance in an NBA 2K video game. He said, "I'm very happy with that. I've been playing 2K for a while, and so I think that's a very generous rating." First of all, I love Cooper for understanding how 2K ratings work early on, especially when you're a rookie. You have to start from somewhere. So actually, 82 to start out is very generous. I would have gave him probably an 80 flat, but that's just coming from somebody that's been playing 2K his entire life. So Cooper Flagg, an 82 in NBA 2K26. Congratulations, Coop, on a great game against the Spurs. Didn't come up with the victory, but you're an 82 in 2K. So at least there's positive in that. But this has been Mavs Latest. I'm Josyah Howard. Please subscribe down below. Please comment down below. And always, or as always, excuse me, let's get it, y'all.